face having ass. Hey, what's up? It's Eric Peoples back again. This time it's talking about the fastest man alive himself, The Flash. Careful for mild spoilers if you haven't seen the episode. We're just gonna go ahead and get on into it. This video is a bit delayed, given that I haven't really been able to um, get to these reviews as early as I like to get to them. But here we go anyway. Yeah, episode, I believe it's 5 of The Flash now. It's named Plastique. Of course, based after a character from the comic book named Plastique. She was a ex-army officer who, of course, gets caught up with the particle accelerator blast. She had a piece of shrapnel inside of her, which altered her physical makeup and allowed her the ability to touch things and create almost like a kinetic force type thing where she could make things blow up. Ultimately, the government is looking for her, the army is looking for her, and the general, played by, I believe, Clancy Brown, who's also the voice of Lex Luthor in the Justice League animated series shows. Awesome guy. He comes looking for her. And ultimately, Barry is researching a case in which involved her, and he figures out what's going on. So he takes her, and he brings her back to Star Labs. Star Labs does testing on her. Cisco is constantly flirting with her, and ultimately Barry wants to make her a part of Team Flash. And ultimately, what happens with that is that she's pretty much a danger to anybody who she's around. And knowing that the government now knows because they came to Star Labs looking for her. They know that Harrison Wells has her, and Harrison Wells and the general had past dealings with each other, which I'm going to get to in a minute. Um, So yeah, they knew that they came there looking for. Her. So Harrison Wells plays devil's advocate, and he tells her like you'll never be able to live a normal life anyway. So why not kill that guy? I mean, he's partially to blame for this for you being like this anyway. He's hunting you, you know. Yeah, just end him. And she goes out and she attempts to do it, and Barry, of course, tries to intervene, but it's been a constant theme with this show is no matter how fast he runs, he won't be able to save everybody. So, um, given that, obviously something bad does happen to her, but I'm not going to give too much away, uh, for you guys who haven't seen it. But ultimately, Harrison is pushing Barry with everything that has happened, even with the end credit scenes, and you see him being involved in Barry's, the Flash creation and him killing people, saying that he's protected the Flash and doing what he did with Plastique, um, to even make Barry run faster. Now he's up to, I believe, 600 miles an hour. He can run on water. He can run on buildings now. He's breaking those physics laws now, well, like he wasn't already, but he's taking it to a whole other level now. And Harrison Wells is kind of, being the puppet master behind that. Ultimately, he winds up reaching another level in speed. They flirt around with the idea that his metabolism is so accelerated that he can't get drunk. I mean, Caitlin even makes a 500 proof shot for him. 500 proof. Okay, I tried messing with 100 proof before, and the room couldn't stop spinning. I was literally asking for my mom, man. Yeah. But that was early young Eric, fresh out of high school, getting drunk every day. But that's a whole other story. But yeah. So they were, Team Flash is kind of, they're being friends. I mean, they're interacting with each other. They're going out to bars, having fun. Um, you know, we still don't know enough about Eddie Thawne. We see him, but we don't know anything. We really don't know anything about this guy. And I'm waiting on an episode where he could just flourish and just show us something. We know that he's, anti Barry. And when I say anti Barry, he's everything Barry isn't, as far as, confidence, looks, and all that good stuff. But there has to be something more to this guy than just being a side piece that, Iris is with. And Iris is getting closer and closer to the streak, as they're calling him. I can't wait for them to start calling him the Flash, because that all that secret code name shit is it's really really useless. Not unless you're gonna call him the Scarlet Speedster. Now that's cool, but the streak, the blur, it's very Smallville esque, and they should keep it there. Um, so yeah, she's writing blogs about him, and Detective West asks him to talk to her, and he talks to her as both Barry and the Flash, and she stays consistent that she wants to do it. Just she's doing it for Barry because all those years of talking about the impossible, that word has always been thrown around. The impossible, now the impossible is happening, and she wants to bring it to light so that everybody sees that Barry wasn't crazy. But ultimately, um, her and Barry have words, and Barry basically says, "I'm gonna have to stay away from you." I put that in my past. The impossible. If I try to look for all that's in my past, and I've let it go. Now you want to reopen wounds, but it's the whole aspect of keeping the secret identity because Joe doesn't want her to know. Joe doesn't want her to be involved because Barry's going to start making some pretty powerful enemies, which he has. Some he doesn't even know of, and they're going to use Iris as a centerpiece to attack him. And Joe's going to be a part of that too. I believe Joe's going to die by the end of the season. Something's bad is going to happen to him. I hope not, because I kind of like the character, but I believe something bad is going to happen to him. But and Joe tells Barry that he knows that Barry loves Iris, and I thought I was completely blown away by that scene because I totally didn't expect it. He was just like, "Yeah, I've been knowing for the longest now. It's kind of hard not to see." And he was basically telling her like, "Hey, you never know until you tell her." And but ultimately, I think all that's going to be pushed back some, and you know, be done at a later time. Now, for the coolest thing. But remember when I told you guys that Harrison Wells and the military general used to work together. They used to work together on like mind control things and serums that made people tell the truth and be able to use your mind to get the truth out of people and stuff like that. Yeah, it just so happens that they used to test that out on animals. One animal being a gorilla. For those comic book people who saw the plot episode, who saw the cage bet with the name tag Grodd right there, you know what it was. For those who don't, Gorilla Grodd is this genius ape. He's like Caesar from Planet of the Apes. And if they do this, and which I don't know if they are, because they might. I don't know. It's a touchy subject having these apes, these intelligent apes. But imagine Planet of the Apes meets the Flash, and that's what you would get. I don't even know if they got the budget for it, but so far I've been mind blown with the visuals for the Flash. But overall, I gave the episode a 4. The Flash has just been a great show. It has been awesome. There has not been one episode where I was just like, or it's been good all the way through. If you haven't been watching The Flash, it's a great show. Watch it. It's good. So 4 out of 5. Stay tuned. That Arrow video is coming up within the next couple of minutes. See you guys there.